we're going to use a calculator to evaluate these expressions, and I want you to remember that this is the square root. We don't write the 2 because we just don't do that. But it means that the 2 shows up on the top, and sorry, that's wrong. The 5 is on the top, and the 2 is on the bottom. Okay? We could say 1 over 6 to the 5 over 2. Or we could just enter it in as a negative exponent. Either way, we say 5 divided by 2, and we raise 6 to that power. If we go directly with the negative exponent, it tells us, same as if we take the inverse afterwards. If we find the positive, if we do it that way, then after that we have to hit the 1 over x button to get the inverse, okay? And I'm a little wary sometimes of trusting my calculator to do the right thing with a negative number. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So generally I find it without, because who knows, you might hit the wrong thing. But the calculator says correctly that it's 0.48836, and I'm supposed to round to 2 places, so that's going to be 0.49. All right, and then we have negative 17. Now again, with the negatives, I'd like to know what's going to happen. I'm going to raise it to the 3rd power. That's not going to get rid of the negative. And then I'm going to take the 5th root, and that's not going to get rid of the negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the inverse of 17 to the 3 over 5. And then I'm just going to assign the answer as negative, because I know it's going to be negative, okay? So I type in 17 to my calculator, and then I say 3 divided by 5, that's 0.6, and I raise 17 to that power. Okay, that's I guess I'll write it down here. 1 over 5.47, I round to 4. But I want it on top, so I'm going to hit the 1 over x button. The 1 over x button looks like this on my calculator. And it gives me the inverse. And so I'm going to get 0.1827, and I'm going to round so that, well, it says give me 2 decimal places, 2 decimal. So 0.1, the 2 doesn't tell the 8 to round up, so it just stays 8. This 2 right here says, no, don't round up. So if it were 5, then yes, I would.